All right, damn, I wish I'd planted that. The part of the show where we talk about plants that you're going to plan to have in your garden this time next year because they just look so damn good in somebody else's garden. Leslie, what is yours this week for the end of February?
It looks good in my garden, but it looks better in other people's garden who have bigger ones. This is the Aucuba japonica, which is a broadleaf evergreen, from Asia. The common name, which I've never heard before, is the spotted laurel. I just think even my mother, who is no sort of gardener at all, she could spit off Aucuba japonica, Aucuba japonica. Like, I think she enjoyed saying it, and she had a big
Hatuna
stand of it.
Matata. Hakuna Matata.
Exactly.
Akuba Japonica.
Can get about 10 feet tall, maybe even taller if it's really happy, and almost that wide. It has small purple flowers that I don't think I have ever witnessed. Have you?
No, what is the word for that? There's a word for it like not indiscriminate, in something.
It not within our view. I mean, I guess they're really small, but it's a dioecious plant, and so maybe I've never had the male to do the dirty deed to make those flowers appear.
Well,
I
they both have to
have
have flowers in order for it to
mm,
happen. Yeah.
right, right. So, yeah, anyway, I've only ever had
Indistinct? Is that right? There's a
in
word.
there's a word.
Comments at the garden mixer. Tell us what
It's
the word
not
is.
it's not incongruous, we figured that one. Um, so it's a shrub. It loves partial shade to full shade, and if you put it in full sun, you'll be a little bit sad because it will be a little bit sad and crispy, especially the new leaves. It tolerates clay, it tolerates heat, it tolerates drought, it tolerates deer. Not to say that deer won't nibble at it, they will if they're truly, truly hungry, but they won't go it for it, first, second, or third. The
Wait,
leaves what?
I must protest. A Cuba
Okay.
japonica is total deer candy in my garden. It's one of the
Well,
things
you
I'm
live in a
excited about now.
weirdo place. It's an
All
A on
right.
the Rutgers list.
Well,
It's an
Rutgers can kiss
A on
my.
the Rutgers. You just take a time out, get yourself together, and let me talk about my plan. Stand out. Um, Deer should not go for it as quickly as Marianne thinks they will. The leaves are this really cool kind of medium green. It's a strong, pretty green, and they're kind of toothed, but they're not like spiky, not like holly leaves. They're soft. But the best thing about them is this green, this beautiful green, is covered with yellow dots. I mean, it's just like, wait, what? It's a leopard plant. It's beautiful. It is so easy to propagate by cuttings, and I have used it in floral arrangements. And then when I go to dismantle that thing, because something else has failed me, the Cuba japonica A still looks good, and B has probably rooted because it propagates that easily. And I think so that's a softwood cutting if I've cut off the tip, but I read that hardwood cuttings, medium wood cuttings on this plant can be propagated really easily. It keeps forever, even in a wreath. So you haven't supplied the water that you would in a floral arrangement. You're just hanging it out to dry at the front door. And it's like, yep, I'll be good for about 2 weeks here. I'm just going to be one of those plasticky looking plants that looks good. It's a waxy, shiny leaf, and I guess that protects it somehow. Aucuba japonica, it's a great, because it's evergreen, it's a great privacy hedge. It is not a native, which is too bad, but it's very interesting looking and it's a very useful plant. So damn, what you got?
I can't add anything. Can I add something to your Yakuba? Because it doesn't have to
Damn, what are
be.
you gonna say? You always have something to say.
I just have something to say.
I
The
know.
Akuba japonica doesn't have to be your grandmother's Akuba because it is thought of as a very common shrub. And there
No,
are
it's common.
many, many cool cultivars. I grow
Oh,
Picturata, which has a green leaf with a very large yellow splash in the middle of it with a few little yellow dots. I
oh
grow
yeah.
night and day. I grow a Japanese one that I cannot remember, and I also grow sulphureus, which is much more yellow. Um, Now I also grew two others until the deer ate them. So
Sorry.
it is a really great plant, and I've made a lot of cuttings from and given away a lot of cuttings because I know they're going to root for people. Just put them in some
Wait,
water.
wait, are they patented plants and you will be going to jail shortly?
I can neither confirm nor deny any of that. Actually, no,
All
they
right.
weren't patented as far as I know. All right. Mine is, oh, sorry for you, Leslie, Snowdrops. It's gonna be Snowdrops today. And
Can
listeners, I know.
I just need to set up
No,
the
you can
listeners.
do nothing. You can
Yes,
sit
I
down,
can.
shut
You
up,
hush.
and
No.
listen to the Snowdrops.
When we got to winter of our first season of this podcast, all she could talk about was this plant. I'm like, hello, this is not the Galanthus podcast. This is a lot of different plants. So here we go. We're on season 2 and she's revving up. Okay, go ahead.
I am not a galanthophile. Honest to God, I'm not. But I
What?
think that this is a tremendous bulb for beginners to get started with sooner rather than later, just with a handful. Nancy Goodwin, who is one of the best known galanthophiles in North Carolina, she had a Montrose garden down there, who had a small nursery with rare Galanthus in it. She started out with 20 bought from southern states from the
Oh,
feed
wow.
store. That's where her collection came from. And it's just about dividing and planting, dividing and planting, dividing and planting. So as those plants get just a little bit bigger and you can pull the bulbs apart, then planting as onesies, and it's exponential. It happens really quick. So my damn I wish I planted it is not to go into all the details, which I'd love to do,
I know.
of Galanthus. It's more to encourage you to, in about a month's time, as the snowdrops around you and in your friends' gardens and in your own garden maybe are starting to die back and they're starting to yellow, then to dig up some of those clumps and start to divide them around your garden and in different areas.
Couldn't be any more satisfying or quick. You stick your shovel under the clump. You push it up. You divide it into 2 or 3. You put one right back if you liked it there, and then you just do 2 others as neighbors. It's just so fun.
It is. And think about that sort of high-low density in terms of don't put them out as regimented militaristic soldiers. Put them in one here, one there, one over here. And remember, they're going to make these little clumps for you. And think about varying the timing. So as we're moving through the winter and we're getting to the end of February now, if you're seeing some of the later ones come up, maybe you want some of those as well as some of the ones in December. So maybe you need to have some little flags to put around of the things you want to divide. So it's just to put Galanthus on your radar. I will try not to talk about them from this point moving into March, even though I'm going to be
Anybody
going
want to
to
take
Tim
any
Calkins'
bets on that?
garden. Yeah,
Oh,
I'm actually visiting one of our founding mixers' gardens for a Galanthus tour and luncheon. So I'm looking forward to that very, very much. I may have already done it by this time. Let's see. Look at my calendar. But yes, Galanthus, you don't have to be an expert. This is a plant that really, you will be so thankful that you put it in earlier rather than later.